Man, I know I'm gonna get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got, though.
2-4 for the one time. I'ma get got, but I bet I gets mine. 2-4 to 2-6, and if I get got, then you know what I'ma get.
What up, beautiful people? Welcome to the Get Got podcast presented by PrizePicks.
The Get Got podcast is sponsored by PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app.
Think James Cook will get more than 60 yards next week? Joe Burrow will pass for more than 1.5 touchdowns. Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season with you and your crew. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on PrizePicks.
PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out. If your lineup isn't perfect, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit.
You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. That's right. Only 4 correct picks.
When your picks hit, you can get your money as quick as 15 minutes. That's right, as quick as 15 minutes.
Download the PrizePicks app today and use code GETGOT and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code GETGOT on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game.
Invented the flex play.
Hi, how are you?
Who the f*** is that?
That was Andrea.
Hey, Andrea. She sound like she over there about to sell some dope to a knock. She making dope sales on the podcast. Get Got Pies got dope for sale. You could get got and get high.
What's cracking? That's the Week 12 recap presented by Wonderful Pistachios Money. What's going down, big dog?
Was happening.
You watched the games this week?
I went to one.
Which one you went to?
I went to Baltimore and I went to the Hardball Bowl.
You went to the Hardball Bowl, dog. You got to talk to me about it, man. How was it? Did you see? I know you saw Derrick Henry go for $140. Goodness.
Yeah, I did. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, tell me what you thought about it. I know you was there.
I mean, I was just, you feel me? Just trying to enjoy that. I was sitting there like a fan trying to figure out what, man, it's different watching the game from, you feel me, from the stands in one of them seats, bro. It's different than but yeah, man, that is not, but I mean, I know we don't played against him, you know what I mean, a couple times. But when you looking at, bro, it looked like, you literally look like you turn around giving the ball to a DN or something, bro.
He's huge, bro. He is. He kind of like you, though. He ain't got no calves. If I was talking to him, I would tell him, you know what I'm saying, do some, you know what I mean, some more calf work.
Where
But look, bro.
you come from with this, bro?
Huh?
Bro,
Talking about?
stay in the pocket, Mike.
I am, but you know we done always talked about calves, bro.
Yeah, how
you acting brand new?
You just went from went from 140 to the ain't got no calves. God damn, boy, your level of hate. You are you know what? You are Einstein level hating.
No,
genius,
it's not hate, bro. He is
damn,
premier
boy.
backs in the league, bro. That was more to get you going. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know your calves. You know when you was playing your calves. I have
Get
been
the fuck out of here, bro. Now you finna have somebody going to go look for pictures of my calves. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I mean, you know,
walk up to me and grab my calves, bro. I'm gonna punch the out of you and them.
It's all good, money. It's all good. I know our get gotters. That's what we're gonna call them. Our get gotters, the people that listen to us. Check out Money Calves next time you see him. But when you got Derrick Henry running for 140 yards, bro,
it's a good day.
It's a great day, and you don't need Lamar Jackson to throw the ball a million times. I will say this, though. The Los Angeles Chargers, that's a good football team, though. Dog.
Yeah, they were.
A good football team,
They
bro.
is. You could tell they coach right over there, too.
Yeah,
you know I don't really fuck with hardball like that. Nah, I love that dude to death, but you could tell you know what I mean? They look different from previous Chargers teams, bro. You can tell they being coached up right over there.
And they physical, bro. For the first time, at least in my modern history, just paying attention to the Chargers, bro. Like they're a team that can run the football. They're physical. They're gonna hit you in the mouth. And to see Justin Herbert with a run game, I don't know, man. It's pretty cool to see. Let's go on to this next runner that had a big day. You see what?
There you go. Look, you can't even wait. Look, Penn State, get your big pinhead ass up out of here, man.
Did you see him, Money? Did you see him? Oh,
bruh, hey, dog is active, bruh. Man, whatever. Look, what I do know is you froze like. All right, you back now. But what I do know is, bro, like being in a situation where you feeling like, you know what I mean, you ain't want it, and then you get put in a position to where, you know what I mean, individuals embrace you, and then the individuals that's embracing you, they actually dogs. Now it ain't even so much like what we doing and what we got, like the competitiveness that we all got. Like, oh, if you finna go do this, oh, then watch what I'ma do. Oh yeah, I gotta go get you, like that type of. And then that's when that start bringing out the best football in you, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
And you can see that he raised the level with him over there, bro, and he out there acting a plum dog. Fool, my boy.
255 rushing yards, over 300 scrimmage yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 255 rushing yards, Money, he only did it on 26 carries, dog. Like,
he had 2 70-yard tuggies, bro.
Crazy.
I've been in the locker room with an IV, with a cramp. I gotta hit me with that. You feel me? Ooh.
Hey, look, I told B5, right? I said, B5, you know, Money, you said Beast Mode would have, after 170, he would say, look, bro, where Turbo at? Get somebody else up in here, get some of this money right now, dog.
What's crazy is, I don't know if you remember, it was a clip or something, and the coach came to him and asked him, like, hey, man, you blah, 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 away from what you know what I'm talking about. So the was like, nah, go do your thing, you feel me, though? And then Blood came back, a couple weeks later and doubled back on it, like, spin the block on me. What do you mean? I was coming to get that anyway. What is his on? You feel me?
I will say this, Money. To me, because we saw this Philly team last year go 10-1, and then the floor dropped from underneath them, right? And then, you know, they lost in the first round of the playoffs. I think this year is different for Philly because, yeah, Jalen Hurts is the guy. Yeah, they rely on Jalen Hurts to make big plays with A.J. Brown on the outside down the football field, but this team literally goes as this run game goes. And to me,
we know football, bruh.
Oh yeah, man. But we teaching the get-gotters, man. We teaching the listeners right now, man, because
all right.
I love the fact that Saquon went to Philly because to me, he has the name cachet that's going to force Philly to run the football in the most critical moments. Like, to me, when you had
name Mike, that just went and had 2 70-yard. Why throw the ball when you could just hand that off and go get the job done?
You ain't hearing me. They had a run game the previous year. They had a run game last year with DeAndre Swift.
Swift, huh? Yeah, Swift.
But for whatever reason, in certain moments, they stopped play action. They started drop back passing. It's almost like they wanted to validate the contract they gave their quarterback. And we see it all the time. This isn't just what we've seen with Philly last year. But to me, this version of Philly is more like, I don't know, when they went to the Super Bowl a few years ago. Yeah. Right, where it's a real system a team has to defend against, which is the run system, which takes all 11 players, right? And then you get A.J. Brown on the outside when he one-on-one, bro. I don't think there's a corner that's going to be able to cover him. So, I wanted to remind you of this, too. Philly's right guard, you actually hung with at my camp. You got in a 3-point stance with him when he was in high school.
I dogged him, too.
I don't know about that. I think he. Nah, you didn't. Nah, you didn't. He was about 400. He about 4 bills then.
Oh yeah, then I know I really dogged him because he was a big nigga too.
Becton.
You know I don't play with no kids, Mike.
Well, he won't at the camp. He came to the camp as like a guest.
Oh, a guest. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you remember, we put Morgan Moses with him. And they kind of went off to themselves and they started, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Well, they was teammates a couple years ago with the Jets. Boom. Now you got Makai on this Philadelphia offensive line, bro. I went to training camp in Philly, bro. Makai is a big dude amongst big dudes, bro. Oh, my goodness, dog. Yeah, like 350 pounds, dog. And they moved from tackle to guard. And I think that movement from tackle to guard best fits him the most. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to have as much space like tackles usually are accustomed to playing with. So Philly, man, Philly balling. I think Philly they might be one of them teams standing at the end. Next game, all right, Packers beat the hell out of the Niners, bro, 38-10. And it pains me to say it because the Niners drafted me. You know what I'm saying? You from the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying? Even though you on the Oakland side of things. But I don't know if the Niners going to make the playoffs, money. They got the hell beat out of them by the Packers. Josh Jacobs went for 106 yards, 3 touchdowns. What's your thoughts on the Niners right now, dog? Because I think, what are they? I think they got 6 losses right now. So,
Mike, you talking to me as if like, you know, I got any care. Like, bro, man, you know, this big rival with, man, I know the Raiders gone, but man.
Yeah, they got 6 losses. They 5-6. I don't know if the Niners going nowhere this year, bro. I don't know if they going nowhere this year, but Christian McCaffrey ain't. Well, he's been hurt. And now their quarterback hurt, bro. I will say this about that game, though. Matt LaFleur, the head coach for the Green Bay Packers, he also calls plays for the Green Bay Packers. That dude is he can scheme up any freaking body in the National Football League, bro. He got wins from Malik Willis as quarterback, and they balling out. Talking about the Green Bay Packers. What'd you say?
I said he like that?
Yeah, bro. Like Malik Willis used to play for the Titans, bro. The Titans didn't want him. They kicked him out. Nobody thought Malik Willis could play after the Titans. He gets to Green Bay, win them a couple games.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, bro. To me, Matt LaFleur, bro, like...
Man, you just need to get around people that believe in you, bro.
That too.
And
man,
you get around people that believe in you, bro. That is helpful. You know what I mean? That is helpful.
Very much. And you got Josh Jacobs, who he just came from the Raiders, bro, because they won't pay that man like that, dog. I mean...
And then, hold on, man. Look, just the 3 running backs you just talked about. Saquon, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, all had that same situation going on. Got up out of there, got to somewhere where was appreciating them. And then look what they do for you, man. That's why you got to show love to the running back. You got to, man. And as a quarterback, man, I think it's proven, bro. Every great quarterback, they turn around and they got somebody that's gonna get the job done, bro. And then the thing is, they might not all be superstars, but the thing is that quarterback understand that, and they put them in position to be successful, bro.
I'm with you, bro. It's the run game should be a quarterback. I don't care if you're young or old. It should be your quarterback's best friend, bro. Because I look at it like this, money. There's just not a lot of human beings to be able to play the quarterback position, to manipulate the defense with just their eyes, shoulders, arm, without having some help. The run game is your help. You know what I'm saying? The run game, when you turn around to do play action, it forces a defense to stop. They got to. Especially when you got a back.
And all you need is that split second. And all you need is that split second.
That's it, bro. And then receivers going down the football field. This is what I wanted to ask you because you was in this position before, dog. All those 3 backs. You talk about Saquon, Derrick Henry, and Josh Jacobs. Actually, Saquon making 12-6. Derrick is at 8, which is a
man. Stop pocket watching.
I ain't pocket watching.
Got their funds
Let
right,
me
man.
finish the question, bro. Dang.
They went and got their funds right.
This is public information. And this ain't nothing I'm saying that nobody know.
Well, then let the public go and get the information. Don't be pocket watching and giving out the information.
Point I'm trying to make is, does that make you salty, dog? Like, because as a runner, you know you're going to get used, especially when you get to the playoffs. You know that a team is going to feed you the football, especially you one of the premier runners, but yet when it comes to the offseason and it comes to time to pay you, they use that usage against you to not pay you. Yeah. I just don't understand. I don't understand that, man.
You know what, man? And this the thing though, bro. It's like it's the nature of the business, and considering. And then I mean, in most cases, that it adds up. I mean, the carries, the usage. So, you know, when you do get an individual who, you know what I mean, got some mileage or something, it's like, I don't know. Like, is you going to be able to produce like you been? Because, you know what I mean, maybe you run, you know what I mean? They know. We tried to run your ass down this year, you feel me? So now you want me to give you a bag and so, I mean, I understand it, but yes, it's a situation because it's like, all right, I'm putting in all this work and you see I'm doing it and then you don't want to pay me for my work. Like, nah, that ain't cool.
To me, bro,
at all.
To me, it's the basis of capitalism. Cheap labor. I'm gonna ride you like a horse and I ain't trying to pay you either. But keep on running, though. Keep on running. You know what I'm saying? I will say this though, Money. I think the running backs are making a return. I think Derrick Henry and Saquon are firmly into the MVP conversation. We know that's a quarterback award, but I do think the return of the backs are coming. You look at college football, there's not a consensus top 2 or 3 quarterbacks, but there's a lot of runners. I think when you look at this season, you look at what these guys are doing in the league, you look at what guys are doing in college, I think running back position is coming back, man, especially with the defenders changing to guard all the passes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say the evolution of it.
Got to, bro.
I mean, it's like cycles, but you got it.
Looking for a tasty, hassle-free snack to tackle these game time appetites? Look no further. Wonderful Pistachio is ditching the shell and turning up the flavor with no shell pistachios. Same delicious taste, but with a little less work for you.
Wonderful Pistachios No Shells flavors come in a variety of award-winning flavors, including chili roasted. I got that right here. Chili roasted. My brother love these things right here. Sea salt and vinegar, smoky barbecue, sea salt and pepper, jalapeno lime, and the newest limited time edition, sweet cinnamon, with the same great taste and health benefits as traditional pistachios. No shells flavors make snacking a breeze.
Plus, with no shell, you can enjoy wonderful pistachios anywhere, anytime. Wonderful Pistachio No Shell flavors are the perfect snack for any occasion with no mess.
So what are you waiting for? Ditch the cracking and get snacking. Check out wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more.
Yo, what time is it? Game time.
College football bowl games and the NFL playoffs are approaching. Plus, NBA is in full swing. And now with Game Time, getting tickets has never been this fast and easy.
Game Time has a new feature, Game Time Picks, that makes getting tickets for your favorite live events even easier.
Game Time Picks filter out all the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets.
We were just looking through the Game Time app, browsing seats on Game Time Picks for the NBA in-season tournament tickets. Damn, these deals are great. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code GETGOT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Again, create an account. There, it looks like that. Create an account and redeem code GETGOT, $20 off.
Download Game Time today. Remember, what time did I say it was?
Game time!
It's still game time, baby.
It's football season. Time for tailgates, touchdowns, and Sunday cookouts with the crew. For when you get stressed and sweaty watching your team, Mando's clinically proven 72-hour odor control is perfect for long days watching games and safe for the whole body. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers or to secure some last-minute stocking stuffers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant. I actually got it right here. There it is. Cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like a mini body wash and deodorant wipes. And it's free shipping. I actually got a cleansing bar right there, and I got a little body spray right there, man. This thing work. I wear it when I be on TV, man. I love it. Luckily, I have a discount code to help you get hooked on my favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the whole damn market. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack, guys. Use code GETGOT at shopmando.com. Don't let body odor keep you on the bench. Smell better naked with Mando. Next game, dog. Let's move on. Detroit beat the hell out of the Colts. This is real score. I didn't see this game. 24-6. Hey, man, Detroit balling out of control, dog. I think they're the best team in the NFC statistically, and from a record standpoint, they're the best team in the NFC. They outscoring opponents 53-0 in the second half over their last 3 games, money. What impresses you about Detroit this year, man? Them runners. Yeah. I knew you were going to say it.
Running back. You goddamn right. You know what I mean? And Jared Goff figured it out. You know what I mean?
He did figure it out, man.
Defense be doing they shit too, though.
So you talk about the defense, bro. They lost Aiden Hutchinson a couple weeks ago. Shout out to Aiden Hutchinson. I know he's getting well and all of that stuff, bro. But I thought their defense would take a hit. Man, they still balling out. And actually, they may have the best safety tandem in all of football. You talk about Kirby Joseph, who is tied for the league in NFL with 7 interceptions, and Brian Branch, the young kid out of Alabama. He plays big nickel and he plays in the back safety. He's him along with the young kid out there in Tampa. I tell my son to go watch those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude can play, but Brian Branch is a baller. What I think, I know the runners can play. The runners are definitely ballers, man. Jahmyr Gibbs is a home run hit waiting to happen. I think he's Alvin Kamara on steroids. Not really on steroids, but you get what I'm saying. Just a bigger, faster, more explosive Alvin Kamara. David Montgomery, he's the guy that's going to hit you, with the uppercut, the physical. But the offensive line money, and I know, man, you used to take offensive linemen out and all that, man. Taylor Decker, the left tackle. Graham Glasgow. Frank Ragnow. Kevin Zeitler. Penei Sewell. The best offensive line in all of football. And it's not even close. It's not even close. Not even close, bro. So I think that's what's motoring Detroit going this season. Next game, what we got? Oh, Seahawks 16 over the Cardinals, number 6. And actually, money, this was for first place in the NFC West. Jackson Smith and Jigba continues to lead this receiving core. I want the runners to do a little bit better, but Big Cat, y'all see big Leonard Williams on the defense? 2.5 sacks, 6 touchdowns. Dude is a baller, bro. You played against Leonard before?
6 touchdowns?
No, 6 tackles. Did I say touchdowns?
You said touchdowns.
No, I didn't. Good. I said tackles.
You said touchdowns. They can rewind the tape.
And if they rewind the tape, what? You go throw some money into the fine jar?
If they rewind the tape and you didn't say touchdowns.
I said tackles, but it's all good though, bro. I know you know what I'm saying. You like to have this little battle every week. Because
you're so adamant about this. I just need a moment.
Hold up. No. I mean, I'm just saying we can finish it and then come back to it. I know I said tackles. And you can even see Jacob right there. Jacob did already. He gave the thumbs up that I said tackle. But it's all good.
No, he gave you a thumb up that you said touchdowns.
Huh? Now I know what you're talking about, bro. Yeah. Seahawks, man. Talk about my Seahawks, man. Did you see Kobe Bryant he did the beast mode, dog?
Yeah, you know what, man? I think that's like 2 weeks in a row, man. Them little showing your boy love. You feel me? Them little, hey, man, I appreciate you, little. out there, man. But look, I'm gonna tell you what I do know is that come with a healthy price tag, my boy.
I'm about to say, did that come with a fine?
What they find the out of me and then posterize the pictures and then when it's sold, so what you was talking capitalism,
baby.
and I guarantee you, man, we holler at both of them little niggas. I bet you they got fined.
Probably did.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I bet you they got fined. You know they gonna hit you when they gonna hit them pockets, my boy. But the thing is, it's cold though, cause them
I didn't know you got fined for that.
Cold, yeah, hell yeah, I got fined for that.
You got fined, but you got fined both times you did it.
You know, I get fined for walking out on the field. So, you know what I mean? You know it. God damn.
Hey, bro, I didn't know you got fined for both of those, dog. I figured the second one. I ain't think the first one you got fined. No, I ain't.
Hell yeah, boy.
All right, next game. Let's move on. Cowboys.
On, have you ever seen the Key and Peele skit?
Which one?
Where they was doing the touchdown dance and oh boy was doing this, doing the pumps.
Don't do one more. And the ref got down.
Hey, I don't know. Me and Mo Kelly had a conversation. You feel me? Because I can't think of the dude name, but he made a clip and he made that. I think he really made it to where it was, you know what I mean, a big ass thing. But he was hold my dick. And Mo Kelly came to me and was like, "Hey, bro, like, man, you can't do that. Like, man, anytime, blah 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 blah." So we was playing against Green Bay in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And I think I had a little run, poop, poop, poop. I cut to the outside. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm finna, man, maybe on my head, man, I'm finna do. And as soon as I get to the end zone, man, I'm thinking, and Ricardo Lockett, bro, he came over there and grabbed me because I for sure was finna go ahead and grab my on their ass. Like, and he stopped me from doing it, man. And I thank you, bro, because he stopped me from getting another fine, bro.
For real?
I think they might have tried to kick me out the game for that, bro.
Was it a playoff game? Was it in Seattle down the left sideline?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know. You ended up kind of walking into the end zone a little bit.
Because I was finna grab my on there like, yeah, you feel me? And, oh, man, Lockett came over there hitting me. Oh, bro, I'm like, yeah, okay, thank you, bro. Lock, appreciate you, my boy.
Cowboys beat up the Commanders 34-26. Did you see the USFL MVP? You don't even know who that is. USFL.
You talking about little number 9?
Yeah, Cavante Turpin. That's my dog.
Man, he played in, what was that? We had the little league. Was it the what was it? Oh man, the fan control football.
Yeah. He played in that?
Yeah, man.
Get the out of here. He played in. I didn't know because he played in the inaugural season of USFL.
Man, that little been working trying to get through it, boy. Jacob, look that up because I believe he did.
He won MVP of the league in the USFL, bro. I couldn't believe it. You know, you think those awards go to quarterbacks and stuff, bro. But he had so many returns. He affected.
But did you see the spin move, bro?
You saw, hold up. I know he spent on purpose, but you think he thought it was gonna be that open afterwards, bro?
I don't know. It was Mad 98. And you can have that spin on Mad 98.
Like that on Mad 98.
Bruh, and that shit killed everybody, bro. But when he did that, soon as he dropped down with it. I said, oh my God, this is a... Did he do that? He did that, bro. And then got Hully on their ass. All you see was assholes and elbows. My little got wiggly down that thing, boy.
Once I saw it was open, I knew wasn't nobody gonna catch him. But what happened was, see, I had cover kicks, bro. When the ball hit the ground, something happens. You know what I'm saying? You kind of relax a little bit, man. He picked that up and was out, bro. Cavante Turpin, bro.
Yeah,
I think you saved some people's jobs over there in Dallas with that one, man. Great job.
Hey, we was talking about it. We seen from what was that? Who they just played the week before, and I was telling you, like, man, I see Coach McCarthy's face, like, what the after you see little bruh get Hully, he had a little look on his face like
he was hype.
I mean, I know he probably didn't say it, but he was looking like, boy, that's my.
Well,
that was the look he had on his face.
The crazy part about it is now Jerry Jones is talking about, well, you know, he could get a contract extension at the end of this season. Talking about Mike McCarthy. Again, bro, all it takes is a little success. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a whole different, you know, storyline about the team. Washington, they kicker got issues. Dan DQ, your kicker, bro, man, missed the field goal and 2 extra points. The extra point to tie it to send it into overtime, bro.
The individuals be thinking like them kickers ain't got no. Man, what the are we doing the kick? Boy, that pressure and that anticipation, it makes the game. To me, it make the game a little bit more exciting.
It do.
You know what I mean, now when you're on the receiving end of that and it's a dub, but when it's a loss, oh man, you better go high, bro, because you have ready to go, man. I'm gonna knock his ass down when I see him.
Yeah, bro.
But man, you gotta get your man. Just man, go back to the lab, man. Go back to the lab and remember who you is, man.
But I don't know what it is, dog. Maybe it's just because I'm paying attention to it. But it just seems like this season, way more kicks and special team plays have affected the outcome of games, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, way more, dog. I mean, 2 kicks in a row.
But you know how special team play is, man. That's why it's called special team. But hold on, because I know we showed love to Turpin, but when they tried that onside kick and little 30, you know what I mean?
Bro.
Hey,
did you see his left arm, dog? That joke started right here. Then by the time he got to the end zone, that joke was like this. You saw it too?
Hey, man. He started getting it. Man.
They start opening up on him, bro. I said, oh, no. He running for real right there, bro. I saw that too, cuz.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Last game we'll do, man. And I think we kind of talked about it a little bit. Tampa Bay Bucks beat up on the New York Giants 30-7. Giants team, you got by your general manager, Joe Shane. I don't know if you guys remember back in the offseason when you did Hard Knocks and you had all those cameras through the offseason, followed everything. For the life of me, I couldn't understand why y'all decided to do that and allow so much information to go out there on camera, bro. There's a worker, a staffer that works for the Giants that tried to convince Joe Shane to not let Saquon Barkley walk. He said, bruh, why? He only wants $12 million. Don't let him go. Joe said, why would I pay an aging 27-year-old running back that position isn't valued? Saquon, I talked to him earlier this season. I said, bro, you got, you know what I'm saying? You trying to prove some people wrong? He laughed. He said, no, Mike, I'm just happy where somebody wants me. Hey, bro, could win the MVP this year.
So hold on, man. All right, I'm glad you said that because if I'm not mistaken, I think I seen a clip and oh boy was telling him, he put him on. So this was my thing, right? Mm-hmm. When that made that call, did they tell Saquon that this was being recorded? So
Say told me he knew the conversations. He knew Hard Knocks was there. For me, when I see every time I saw the clip of Joe Shane, the GM, talking to Saquon, he was over by the desk. And I think there was a kill button right there where you can actually silence with the cameras here. That's what I think. You know what I mean? But we heard everything, money. At least.
So that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, do you think that, you know what I mean, you made the call like, hey, Saquon, you know, this conversation is being recorded, you know, blah, blah, blah.
No, I think Saquon knew, like, just because the Giants, he knew the Giants were whatever. So when they call you, yeah, bro, that conversation is gonna be
Because I heard because when I heard, I think I hear him say like, I told you I want to be here. Like I want to be here.
He said that the whole time.
And he like, nah, I think we're gonna let you go. I think we're gonna let you see what's out there. Type like, what?
And he called him an aging back, and
Bro,
and he
you
kept
would have
on
seen
asking
my
us-
hand coming through the phone on some spree wheel.
For real, but it stabbed people.
You talking about you want to let me go and see what's up? Like that alone, when you say you ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody, you just happy to go somewhere where somebody, you feel me, want you and appreciate you, like I said, and then you just see what that is. So, I mean, if anything, if you know what I mean, in them positions as far as a player, a coach, a GM or whatever, and you see like when you take care of your players, that's the investment. And then you see the return that you get. All right, in your mind somewhere it got to click like, let me take care of my people. Where do you lose the faith in these guys? Where do you lose? Like, how that go? Like, you know what I mean?
To me, I think they try to be too smart, bro. They overthink the situation. See, I ordinarily, when you talk about a back, that was like Saquon, again, not Saquon, but somebody in that position, ordinarily, it wouldn't be a generational guy. Ordinarily, it'd be a guy.
Well,
right?
Look, man,
but
I want
to
to
me,
over there.
To me, it was a lack of judgment on talent. You couldn't have said Saquon.
And look, and you know what? You really good at this, but I want to tell you, I want to tell them over there at the Giants, thank you. Because what we seen from Saquon over there that had us scratching our head like, what the? And then you go and put that in a position where he over there with the Eagles and then this jump backwards in a spin over somebody. Thank you for letting that go, because now we can see the best from him. Bruh. And I'm like, bro, before I'm like, this little is different. And then, you know what I mean? He just really separated himself as a human, because the jump over somebody frontwards is crazy as. But to do that backwards,
oh yeah, I mean that's sick, bro.
Man, the talent that these young is showing right now, bro. It's just like I'm afraid to see what we gonna be actually watching in the next 10 years of the talent that is coming from these dudes. Because it's like before you would only hear about that. Like, oh yeah, on the playground, and then I tried this in practice, but now you actually seeing that shit in the game, live.
And again, bro, we ain't gonna get all into the details or whatever, but to me, Snyder, our old GM, made the right choice back in the day. Because I don't know if you remember, you know what I'm saying? You remember calling me. I'm on camera, bro. You like, hey, bro, step away from the screen real quick. I got to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna do this. Mike, this is what I'm trying to do. You need to say it now. Boom. And it happened. But that's
no insider trading, though, Mike.
No, that wasn't no insider trading. but it came from a general manager understanding where the funk was in the team. You feel me? It has nothing to do with, I paid that guy, so you know what? No, bro, that we got to pay the back. Without him coming through this locker room, we don't got none of this. So we gonna pay him what he want, okay? And we'll figure everything else out. To me, when the owner said they didn't want Saquon to leave, scouts was sitting there trying to convince him not to tell him to leave, and then Saquon is like, bro, I want to be here.
I want to be here.
I want to help this team get up out the dirt. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's when you should have figured out a way to pay that, man. And it's not like he was going to be the highest paid back. He wanted $12 million. I mean, that would have right now he had 12.6. That's fourth. That's fourth amongst the backs. I think they could have figured that out, man. I think they could have figured
the cold part. probably worth more.
I know.
That's the cold part.
All these backs are just.
That's the cold part. Be worth more, my boy.
I know, dog.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Be worth more. And then gotta sit there and take it.
And take it. Because everybody thinking of backs this way. So it's like nowhere to go.
Show love to the running back.
This is the More or Less segment brought to you by PrizePicks, where you can win real cash by just picking more or less on your favorite players. All right, money. More or less. Teams taking their time with young quarterbacks. For instance, we saw Bryce Young. They lost to Kansas City this past week, but he has been playing well over the last 4 games. Almost 1,000 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. Do you like the concept? Do you think teams should give their quarterbacks more time to develop or less?
More.
More? Well, why, money?
More time to develop. What you mean? Why?
Why? There's a reason why you said more.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at it. Like most of the greats that we see, they had somebody in front of them that gave them some ism that they, you know what I mean, some news they could use. You feel me though? They got some knowledge that they couldn't get in college. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm feeling
the thing is, you feel me, when you give these opportunities to these young dudes, not only are they able to develop, you know what I mean, they physical, but they also, especially at quarterback, they able to, you know what I mean, get their mind right and get their mentals right. That help. And I mean, you know, A-Rod, my guy. Mm-hmm. He got to sit behind, you feel me though, Brett Favre for, you know what I mean, I'm not sure how many years it was, but you got to sit behind Brett Favre for 3 years, and then what you had Tom Brady who sat behind Drew Bledsoe, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then, you know, even when you look back, you know what I mean, Steve Young sat down behind Joe Montana for a minute, like, you know what I mean? It's really a situation where, you know what I mean, especially with how it's a pass-happy league, like being able to, you know what I mean, look at that and be able to dissect it and come into your own where you're not just thrown in the fire and it's like cook. Like you ain't gave me all, you ain't even give me the cookbook with all the right ingredients to get down, and you telling me to go make gumbo. You know, you got to get that roux right. You feel what I'm saying? You got to get that roux right. And you know what I mean? You don't just get that off of just throwing in. Nah, you come in that, you sit behind grandma. You feel me? Nah, baby, you stirring it too fast. Or you stirring it. You feel me? That just look like that. You know what I mean?
Money, you said it hilariously, but you're absolutely right, bro. You're absolutely right. And I think when you look at somebody like a Jaden Daniels with the Washington Commanders this year, the reason why he had so much success early on is because the guy played damn near 60 games in college. You see what I'm saying? So he had enough reps to see enough things so that he can come in and be at least viable his rookie year. You talked about guys sitting. Mahomes sat behind my old quarterback and Alex Smith.
Yeah, Alex Smith. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The problem is, money, when kids, these top recruits and top quarterbacks get recruited in high school, get recruited from high school, they're promised to play early. And so what happens is you're so used to just playing. It's almost like I can't post nothing. It ain't about me if I ain't playing. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that's what I think.
I mean, then it just become a situation. It just become a situation where it's like, oh, I can't post nothing. Do you want to post your ass sitting on your back pockets all goddamn year, or you know what I mean? Look, I'm all about the education, the knowledge, and learning. You feel what I'm saying? Like something that was big for me that I had no idea was I got to sit behind A-Train for a minute. You know what I mean? It wasn't that long, like couple weeks in training camp, you feel me? But you know, I'm like looking at it like this A-Train from the Chicago Bears, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like and I mean every opportunity, you feel me? I know he used to like his cigars and Anytime, bro, I go grab a cigar, go, you know what I mean, and just let him talk. Even though he didn't want to. A-Train was an OG. You feel me? But anytime he opened his mouth and said anything, I was sitting there all ears, man. And it was a situation where it was like this. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Come on.
So I sat there and I turned my ears on and I, you know what I mean? And I turned my mouth off. Shut the fuck up, Sean, and get this ism.
That's real, bro. Thank you to our good friends at PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. We got Bo Jackson up next, guys. Let's get it. For some, it's the most wonderful time of the year, and for others, it's just another round of dodging questions about your love life while trying not to look like you just crawled out of a cave. Enter the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra by Manscaped.
Don't be that family member who shows up solo and scruffy to yet another holiday gathering.
Starting with the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Growing and Body Hair Trimmer, this is the star of your holiday grooming lineup. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra delivers precise, smooth trimming every damn time. It's reliable.
The last thing you need during the holidays is an unexpected nose hair or ear hair making their surprise appearance at the dinner table. The Weed Whacker 2.0 is here to handle those details like a pro. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GETGOT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code GETGOT at manscaped.com. Stay on top of your grooming game and be ready for anything the season throw your way.
Running late, no time for breakfast, and you're starving? We've all been there, racing to meetings, practice, school pickups, whatever it is. But what if a delicious, nutritious meal could be ready in seconds?
This product is sponsored by Huel, the world's #1 complete nutrition brand.
With over 400 million meals sold worldwide. Yes, you heard that right, 400 million. Huel is trusted by millions of people looking to fuel their days with convenient, complete nutrition.
My personal favorite is the Black Edition, ready to drink, because it's got hella grams of protein, like 35 of them motherfuckers. God damn! Take the leap and join the community of hooligans with this exclusive offer of 15% off with the code GETGOT at Huel.com.
That's 15% off with the code GETGOT. There they go right there. At Huel.com. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes, so you can focus on what really matters.
Marshawn, I can't see nothing but your big ass feet.
No, man, you know you are. I'm glad we got off to the right foot, because you already know I got some smoke for you. You got my goddamn mama running around goddamn Las Vegas talking about I need to go back and all this other. Got my mama acting like a high school girl.
Listen, man.
I might want to eat these words, but we might got to throw these hands.
Well, you can't throw hands with Bo.
I know I can't, but I might got to have my mama all in line.
Oh, he an OG player though. He an OG player, man. You know how that
going on?
Let me tell you what happened.
Oh man.
Beast mode.
Hey, Bo, welcome to the show, Bo. Welcome to the show, man. Bo Jackson, what's going on?
Marshawn walk in, and I don't see his mom's, but I see his group with him.
Oh.
He walking around with his security force with him.
Oh, you had security corporate.
Yeah,
So
my little sister.
Somebody whispered to me and said, Beast Mode is right over there. But I said, oh, but I see him. But I'm like, if I'm not mistaken, that's his mom with him. I said, so I'm going to get up. So I'm going to stop signing. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk over, but I'm going to look at Marshawn, but I'm going to walk right past his ass and hug his mom. And he looked like, he had a look on his face like, all right. So then I acknowledged him, talked to him. We had a few words, but I had to get back to making my money.
I understand that.
Because I'm not like Beast Mode. I don't have a store upstairs with my name on it.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about get him.
Because I tell you like this, man. Moms are the treasure of our world. They are the backbones. Yeah. And I envy both of you especially because you all still got your moms with you. I lost my mom 3 weeks after I had hip replacement surgery.
Oh, man.
And I
Sorry to
was
hear that,
already
big dog.
down in the dumps because my football, well, I wasn't down in the dumps, but I was a little set back because I know my sports career as far as football was done.
Yeah.
And then to lose my best friend 3 weeks after surgery, and it bothers me till this day. And it's young people are so caught up into this right here.
Yeah.
And this right here, and being on social media and everything, that they don't realize what's important. It's not the money you make, because you can lose that. You can lose the fame. You can lose the notoriety. But the respect, you can never lose somebody's respect. You can never lose that. And if you go down and say, this guy was a nice guy, you do one thing bad, it's going to erase every good thing that you've ever done.
Right.
But one person that's going to always stand behind you, got your back, is your mom's.
Here's my mama.
So that's why I went and hugged that lady, because I know she had to put up with your ass for all these years.
And still do. So man,
about that one.
Yeah. So look, man, I called moms and told her I was gonna be talking to her. So man, I FaceTime like, Mama, you know what's up, man? I try to just slide in. I'm be talking about it today. You talking about, oh, is you, Mama? See, Mama, look, now you doing too much. But man, after telling me that, big dog, like, you know what I mean, I understand, and like you said, your best friend, like my mama, my
Cherish
heart,
that woman, man.
Oh, I
Tell
do,
her
man.
every day you
I
love
do.
her. Hug
Look,
her,
man, my
because
mama.
I tell you this. And I lost my mother in I lost my mother in April of 92. Never forget. There isn't a day that go by that I don't think about her. There isn't a day that go by that I don't say I would give up all of this glory, fame, notoriety, the money, the house, the cars. I'd give it all up to sit down and have one date with my mama. I give it all up, brother. I swear to God.
Just know I make it a point to call
every day. Call mom and say, "Hey, Mom."
You, I make a point to, and when I don't hear from her, I call her. So what? Your phone broke or your fingers broke? What's going on? Why we ain't? You know what I mean? And then she got something that we do after we tell each other we love us. Yeah. We tell each other, all right, now get off my phone. You wasted my mobile minutes, and we try to see who the first one can hang up.
Gotcha.
So if she get me, I'll call her back like, oh, Mom, I just want to tell you. And then I get her real bad, like, gotcha.
That's what it's all about,
But that's something
brother.
that keep me
keep you grounded.
Yeah, straight up,
you grounded.
real talk. So man, but thank you though, man, because just to see my mom with that smile on her face. You know what I mean? That's big. 'Cause, I mean, I live for those moments.
There you go.
To be able to see her just smile at things that ain't monetary, but things that I know she gonna take and she gonna cherish. And that point right there, and that was a big moment. And the funny thing is, she say that. Well, you know what? Bo came over and said something to me before he even said something to you.
There you go.
So
there
I'm
you
like,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
So thank you though, man. I appreciate.
Bo knows. Bo knew what he was doing. Bo knows. He know what he was doing.
So it's the truth, man.
That is the truth,
yeah,
man.
So
and Bo,
thank you.
Thank you, bro.
You're welcome,
again,
brother. You're welcome.
Welcome to the show, bro. I just want to start there, man. Thank you for sharing the story about your mom. To start the show off, bro. But I want to start there, like with that injury. To me, I think you would have been the best running back to ever play if you would have been able to continue to play. I've been hurt on the field with a debilitating injury before, with a lot of thoughts going through my mind as to the uncertainty of your football future. Could you just share with us some of those thoughts? What were you thinking? Did you know leaving the field that this was probably, you know what I mean?
Well,
or did it take you some time to kind of process everything?
The thing about it is that I wasn't supposed to be playing.
What?
But it was Cincinnati, and I feasted off Cincinnati. It was like
Get
Thanksgiving.
that work.
It was like, and I'm not bragging, but for some reason, I had my best games against Cincinnati and a few other teams and so forth and so on, because a couple of weeks before that, I slightly hyperextended my knee. So I was running at 3/4 juice, and I was on the sideline. I could have stepped out of bounds and continued to play. But as you say, a warrior never runs from battle. You run toward it. So I didn't feel the need to step out of bounds. I'm like, hey, hell, I got 6-8 more yards that I got to get.
Yep.
Got it, went down wrong. It wasn't the tackle. It was the fact that, I can't think of his name, but he grabbed me up top and slid down and locked onto one leg. And I pulled the left leg free and took that one step because I'm running at full tilt. And when he locked down on my right leg, I stopped instantly in my track. But my momentum kept going forward. So something had to give. Either my hip or the worst knee blowout in sports. So my hip dislocated, broke my pelvic socket. And if you watch that play, when I hit the ground and roll over, you see my left hand touch my hip. Split second, I snapped my hip back in the socket. Because it was out of the socket before I stopped moving. And I popped it back in, and I'm like, oh, this is a hip horner.
Had you had done that before? Had you had done that before?
No, but I've had a hip horner in college, in high school. So I popped it back in the socket. So I said, all right, let me get everything. Let me get up and just get to the sideline. Stood up, took a half a step, then a full step, and it felt like somebody had an ice pick, jammed it up in my pelvic socket. So I'm like, no, this whole lot worse than that. So I sat down. Now the thing about that is that everybody tell me, Bo, I hate the fact, man, I hate that you got injured. You could have done this, you could have done that. Fellas, it wasn't in the cards for me to be the best running back in the NFL. It wasn't in the cards for me to make it to the Hall of Fame. It wasn't in the cards for me to finish that game. And I say this, I'm not a very religious person. Because you can talk to God 24/7, anywhere. But I know God had a better plan for me. You see, God put speed bumps in everybody's road to life. What do you do when you're driving your good-looking sports car that's sitting low to the ground? You going down the road, you come to a speed bump, you slow down, ease over that speed bump, and move on down the road. My hip injury was a speed bump in Bo Jackson's road to life. That's all it was. I got over it, went on down the road. It took me about 48 hours to get over the fact that I wasn't going to play football no more. That's a, hey,
really? 48 hours?
48 hours.
48 hours. Because
so
the
is
next
that
day,
where it come from, the bow nose?
It's put it to you like this. I'm a simple person. God just blessed me with talent, with the talents to throw a rock as if somebody shot it out of a rifle. He blessed me with the speed to where I can outrun damn near anybody except Usain Bolt. See, because my speed comes from, a lot of people look at me when I'm running, when I ran with the football. I wasn't running from the opponent, from the defense. Because in my mind, in my head, I'm running from my brothers and sisters. I'm the eighth of 10.
You're the 8th of 10?
8th of 10.
Wow.
And when my mama said, catch him, I'm going to whoop his ass. Or if y'all don't catch him, I'm going to whoop y'all
gonna get
y'all's ass. So I take off running. Because I ain't going to sit there and volunteer ass whooping. You got to catch me. So they would chase me through the neighborhood. And once they catch me, they drag me back like a runaway slave.
Yeah.
And I'm kicking and crying. And the neighbors would come out on their front porch, on their back porch, to watch my mama whoop my ass in the front yard.
What?
Wow. But the reason for the whooping, the reason for the now, put it to you like this. Back in the day, ask your mom. If you did something bad in the neighborhood, first the neighbors will whoop your butt.
Yeah.
Then when your parents come home, they tell them, then you get another ass whooping.
Yeah.
But you can't do that in the day. But in that wasn't child abuse. Child abuse, in my opinion, is what is all this trafficking, and you don't pay attention to your child.
Yep.
And you let your child go out and do whatever they want.
Absolutely.
That's child abuse. What my mama did to me, that prepared me for this life.
Yeah.
That prepared all my brothers and sisters for this life. Because she said, look, you go out and do something to get in trouble. I don't have the money to bail you out. I'm not putting my house up. So you have to sit there. You have to sit there in jail and do the time. And I knew she meant that. Take the same approach with my two sons, who are now 38, 36, and my daughter, who is 34 years old. So the way my mother raised me is the way I raised my kids. But getting back to that running in the NFL, I break one, I'm running from my brothers and sisters. And I can't hear the crowd. I can't hear the fans cheering. I can hear the wind blowing past my ear hole. But you know what it's like. But over that wind, my mind has said, don't let them catch you. Don't let them catch you. Because I go back to a kid, I'm running from an ass whooping now. Yeah. I ain't running from somebody trying to tackle me. So they ain't gonna catch me.
Ain't no chance in hell.
Ain't no chance in hell on that
No.
one, bro. I know exactly where you're coming from, bro. I tell
Simplified
young people all the time, like, you know, young kids don't know what's best for them. The parents actually have to make choices for them. The kids don't know. So I know exactly what you talk about, man. You mentioned, you were a two-sport athlete. Which one did you like most? Obviously, you played both of them, but which one did you like most?
My favorite was track and field.
I'm thinking of baseball or football.
Yeah.
You pick something totally different. Track? Why track?
Track and field. Listen, my high school, we would send 7 to 8 people to the state track meet, state high school track meet. And we would dominate with 7 guys. We won the state 3 out of 4 years with 7 or 8 guys. And not only that, I won the state in the 100, the 120 high hurdle, the long jump, still hold the state record in the triple jump, and I was a 7-foot high jumper. Man. So I scored 30 points by myself, not that I'm bragging, and I anchored the 4x1 relay.
Y'all about to say you is bragging a little bit.
They let you do 5 events at the. I thought you could only do 4.
No.
He got some field events too.
Oh,
no.
That's different?
That was, back then, they probably got it to where it's different now. But back then, I was state champion in everything I just told you about.
God damn.
And I'm a 2-time state decathlon winner, and I didn't run a mile. I hate distance. Anything over 200 yards? No.
Ain't got.
Somebody else gonna score that touchdown, huh? Yeah. If you gotta run that far to get a touchdown, somebody else gotta score that touchdown.
Hell yeah, I'm passing it over. Stick. I'm giving it. I'm giving it to somebody.
Pass that baton.
To somebody else.
Hell yeah.
I know that's
what
right,
I'm doing.
man. I know that's right, man.
But yeah, man. But my first love was track, and believe it or not, we did all that we did, and we didn't have a track. We practiced on the football field on grass.
Y'all didn't have a track. You had to practice for track practice on grass, the football field. You only had 7 or 8 track guys, and y'all would still go win the states as a team?
We had more track people, but these were the guys
Were the guys.
combined
I got you.
that qualified to go to the state.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and as far as the decathlon, I didn't know what a decathlon was. And I was in the 9th grade. The coach, the track coach, let me compete with the high school in the 9th grade. And out of 150 people, I'm in the 9th grade, I placed 10th. The mile damn near killed me. Now, I didn't know how to pole vault. I borrowed somebody's pole vault the day before the meet. And the next day I pole vaulted 14 feet.
So you ain't even know how to do it.
But
you damn near jumped that thing on vert.
but I knew the gist of it, but I just didn't have a pole. Hell, I didn't have a pole. Because we used to pole vault at home, get long sticks, and we pole vault over the fence, jump over ditches and stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But
real Indian.
Yeah, you had the real the Hood Olympics.
Yes. So my sophomore year, I was runner up because of that mile. See, everything go back to that mile. Go back to that mile. I ain't running no mile.
I was about to say
driving home.
I ain't running no mile.
So after we're driving home, me and the coach and another player, we in this truck. And I got my head up against the window because I'm going to slap out. I said, Coach, I'll make you a promise. I said, I'll make you a promise. I said, the next 2 years, I'm going to win the decathlon for you and my school. But I said, on one condition. He said, what? I said, if I build up enough point between me and second place, he started laughing as soon as I said second place.
Can I not run the mile?
I don't have to run the mile. He started laughing. He said, well, Bo, I don't know about that. He said, I tell you what, and the coach was named Coach Atchison. I still see him when I go home. We still get together and go play golf. He said, Bo, I tell you what. He said, instead of he said, but you got to have at least, I said, I got to have at least 1,000-point spread over second place. He said, I tell you what, if you can put a 1,500-point spread between you and second place, I'll think about not letting you run that mile. I said, all right, well, I'm going to counter this. If I get over 1,500 points over second place, I don't run the mile, and you got to buy me a Whopper with cheese and a large orange drink.
Let me sweeten that deal.
Let me sweeten that deal up a little bit.
So my junior year, because the state miler was my competition, this guy could run all day. So he got 1,000 points in the mile. Yeah. The most you can get is 1,000 points. So my junior year and my senior year, I sat up in the stadium seats with that Whopper with cheese and that large orange drink from Burger King and watch that joker battle it out.
You watched the battle. Oh, you put the points up there, dog. Hey, actually,
quick.
You know what, Bo? I'm glad you said that, man, because you've just confirmed that you probably are the greatest athlete ever, bro. Like you in those debates, whether it's social media, whether it's guys in the barbershop, whatever.
Well,
what's your thoughts about you? Do you think you possibly are the best athlete? Athlete. I'm talking about straight athlete.
The thing that sports. But do you know what I think that I'm the best at?
What's that?
I'm the best dad. I'm the best grandpa. I'm the best brother-in-law, uncle. I'm the best friend.
Person.
But my best friend here in Chicago just had some major surgery on Monday. I got up this morning, took a shower, put on my clothes, went to the supermarket and bought groceries for him. Well, not groceries, but we have this store here called Pete's. And they got a whole cooked food section about the half the size of a normal supermarket is their cooked food section. And they got everything. And I went by there and got him some stuff and took it to his house, sat there and talked with him for an hour or two, let him go because he had to take some pain medicine and go back to sleep, kiss him on his forehead, and come on back home. That's me in a nutshell. I hate to say it, but it's not that I'm sour, but we sat and watched golf. I don't watch any baseball, football, or basketball.
You don't even watch it? You don't even watch it? You don't watch football?
No. Mainly, it's like this. If you know how to do something and you did it right, that was my job. I know I did my job right. I did my job to the best of my ability. I don't need to watch somebody else do my job or do what I used to do as a job. Besides, for me right now, and I can't take nothing from these young cats playing, but I'd rather watch football. I don't need to see a dance contest. I don't need to see a celebration. I don't need to see that, dude.
So you sound like you got some issues with this generation as far as how
listen,
they celebrate the game.
You gotta word some things different, man. You heard him say it ain't nothing about none of that.
No.
But I don't have issues with it. I don't have issues with it. But what I'm saying, if back in the day when we were in college, we went out and did some stuff like that and celebrated just because we scored and we losing by 15, what the hell you think gonna happen? You're gonna get your tongue run out your mouth first of next week. Coach may drag your ass out of bed Sunday morning. Meet me in the stadium. No, you don't do that. And I tell them, because I say, guys, look, wait and celebrate after that last second, tick off that clock, and you in the lead. You can be winning by 1 point. You in the lead. And I said, you can take off your clothes, climb that damn goalpost, and dance the jig. You can do the Harlem Shuffle for all I care. I don't care.
The jig.
You can do the jig, do the Harlem Shuffle, do all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So, that's what it's about, dude. That's what it's about.
How did that, and I think Marshawn kind of referenced it a little bit earlier. How did the Bo Knows campaign come about? Because when I was young, that's what it was. That's all I remember hearing. Bo Knows. Bo Knows. And I think didn't he have a cartoon back in the day?
That was the Pro Stars. It was called Pro Stars with me, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that, but the Bo Knows thing came up. I had to go to Portland, me and my group, because we had to sit down at the table because we were drawing out new commercials. And they had the storyboards laid out across the table. And the director named, a good friend of mine named Joe Pitka. And we had the storyboards laid out. And we had to get this commercial down to 15, 16 seconds. And at the point, it was about 25 seconds. So I said, look, let's move this around. Let's take this out. Let's put this at the beginning. Let's do away with this because it don't make any sense. Let's put this together and see how it turns out. And they did it. It came back right under where we should be. And somebody across the table said, Bo knows. And it stuck. It stuck just like that.
It stuck from that?
It stuck from that. So
just the fact that they gave you the opportunity to do that, because I go and do some commercial, and then next thing I know, I see it like, oh, I ain't even know that. Like, man, they ain't asked me nothing. I don't even know where they at. AI generated that. I don't even talk like that. But
yeah, you got to be, man. But the thing with me, you actually know this, Marshawn. You have people coming out of the woodwork that want you to put your name and your face on all type of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I said, the money looks good. I said, but I don't need it that bad.
Yeah.
I said, I don't need it that bad. I said, nope, I can't do it. I won't do it, but thank you. Thank you for considering me, but I can't do it. And people look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But it's not that I'm not crazy. It's like this. I got a family that I got to take care of. That same family look up to me to be an example, to be a leader. How can I lead by doing stuff like that for a few bucks? I'm not teaching my kids the right way to go through life. It's not about the money. At the end of the day, if I've earned your respect, that's all the payment I need, bro.
That's solid right there, bro. That's solid, man. And you definitely got tons of respect from this podcast and from a lot of people around the world, Bo. Real talk, man.
That's big.
I used to play with you on Tecmo Bowl.
Straight up.
I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. You like the greatest on Tecmo Bowl, dog. How you get on that damn game, bro? Hopefully they gave you some money for it, because, bro, you was the man on Tecmo Bowl, dog.
I got one of the original games. I got the cassette player still wrapped in the box.
Go ahead,
in storage.
Go ahead, dog. You still got the original one?
The original. I have never played the game.
No? You've never played the game?
Never played the game.
Ever? Like, I know you ain't opened up that one, but you ain't even been around people playing and picked up a controller.
I've been too busy. But I've watched people play it, but I've never played it.
All right. Man, that's crazy, because I know when I got what they had at the college game.
But if y'all hear some noise, but one of my grandsons just walked in, so that's what that is.
Good,
tell him
man.
what's up, man.
We said what's happening,
Tell
man.
him what's up, man.
Hey, Aiden.
He wasn't lying.
Oh.
He wasn't lying.
He own it, man.
Yeah, man.
This is
but you know, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, right there.
It's big time. Talk about your days at Auburn before we let you get up out of here, man.
Yeah. Tell me what you want to know.
How did Auburn shape you into the man you are today, bro?
I'll put it to you like this. When I went there as an 18-year-old teenager, I'll say it simple as this. I went there as an immature, young, 18-year-old teenager. I left there in 4 years, a responsible young man, educated, responsible young man. Period. Meaning that my roommate and I, who played for Seattle, Tommy A.G., come on, buddy, played for Seattle. We made a pact that we were gonna get up, go to class.
Hey.
We're gonna get up and go to class.
What's up, big dog?
Say hi.
Hey, what's happening?
What's up, Aiden?
But we made a pact with each other to get up and go to class. Because back in the day, everybody thought, man, I'm going to the NFL. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna be this and be that. And didn't go to class. You got a free education. All of us grew up to where the only way we ate, we had to go out and kill something. Nobody grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth. So we made it a point. Let's get this free education because we got to use it down the road. Really? Football ain't forever. Sports ain't forever. You got to have something to fall back on. So my roommate and I, Tommy A.G., another good friend of ours, Tim Jesse, we promised that we were going to go to school. So when I left Auburn in 4 years, after lettering in 3 sports, I only had 10 hours. I either had 10 classes or 10 hours to complete to get my degree in human science. So with that, I think that has been more helpful for me than anything else that I've ever done. So it's just the fact that you go there as a teenager and you leave there a responsible young man. That's my 4 years at Auburn. I had the time of my life.
Yeah.
I can't lie about that, but the most important thing, I am the product of that 4 years being at Auburn.
Yeah.
What you see now is the end product of that 4 years of nurturing, studying, learning things, just learning simple things, dude.
Right.
Learning the table placement, where the fork go, the knife go, the spoon go, the soup layer, the salad fork. Just knowing those things. Learn everything. So now when I go out to have dinner, I know what's going on. I know which fork to pick up first.
Yeah.
I know.
It's the simple things in life.
Yes, it's just the simple
in
things.
life, man.
Yeah, the simple things in life.
Man, I know I'm gonna get got.
It's the Get Got podcast, of course.
Uh-huh.
And me and Beast, we had a interview from some years ago where he mentioned, like, look, everybody in this game gonna get got, right? I'm just gonna get mine more than I get got. Has there ever been a time on the field where you got?
Oh,
Where
hell
there's
yeah.
Yeah. What you got, man?
We were
Talk
playing
to us
against the
about
St.
it.
Louis Cardinals in the Raider Stadium. We was in the Coliseum. We ran a trap play. And the trap play was designed because I was notorious for cutting back on you at full speed. I didn't stutter step. I cut back on you, and I was already in fourth gear. And we were down on our 5-yard line. So I'm thinking about 95 yards. I'm gonna bust it for 95. And I don't know this brother's name. There's a linebacker. This brother had muscles in his breath. Hey,
I ain't never heard that one before, dog.
you guys are laughing, but I'm serious as a heart attack.
Yeah.
This brother had muscles in his breath. I didn't see him. Lynch tell him. It's always the ones that you don't see that get you.
You're right.
That you get got. And there was an off trap play to the weak side. Counter trap play. And I'm gonna go off tackle. I got to the tackle position and I'm gonna cut back 30 degrees to split the linebackers. Homeboy feel that hole. He hit me on the 6 and dropped me on the 2. I never saw it. It was like me running out in front of an 18-wheel. I'm not kidding you. He hit me, dropped me on the 2. Then this brother helped me up. He said, no, bro, get up, man. We're in the Coliseum. But my boss is up in the box. I got to put on a good show for him. Come on, let's get back to the hall. Next series, Jay Schrader called that same play. I looked at him like, have you lost your f***ing mind?
You trying to send me back in there?
Listen, we ran that play. Bo didn't cut back on him. Because I knew what was over there.
Yeah.
I kept that outside and got 26 yards.
Yeah.
No. It only takes once.
It only
You ain't gonna touch that hot skillet but once.
That's it. That's all it take. That's
And he
all
was
it
hot,
take.
boy. And he was a hot cast iron skillet. That brother was hot.
He said, Bo didn't cut that one back.
No,
Bo
he
kept that
blew
one
me up.
outside, baby.
Bo know what's inside
Bo
waiting.
know
blew
what's
me up.
inside now, bro.
Hell
Bo
yeah.
know what's inside waiting.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
telling you.
Hey, Bo. Every time in the huddle, I was beast mode fullback. Every time we used to get a pitch play, an outside play. Oh, Beast is like, man, I ain't trying to do this. I ain't trying to run outside, man. Put me in between the tackles, man. Right?
I'm telling
Let me
you.
get north and south, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Game.
Hated
my
doing that,
game.
man. But Bo,
Oh,
thank you
man.
for coming by today, bro. This was awesome, dog, man. You one of the best human beings that we've ever had on the show, bruh.
Yes,
Continued
man. Yes.
success in all the things you do. We know you got a great foundation, that you're doing great things, and some philanthropy work, man. Thank you for coming by the show today, big dog.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
And I mentioned before we go, but I do my 2 foundations. One's called Bo Bikes Bama, which is Alabama, which helps the tornado victims. I got Bo Jackson's Give Me a Chance Foundation here in Chicago, where we help inner city kids get through school, through sports and academics, and we send them on to college. But I got a few of my businesses, dude.
Oh, man.
But I got a Jackson and Partners Food Company, which I got my Bo 3.0. But I sent you something,
Okay.
B, but I don't know if you got it. But I got my own line of burgers. Plant-based shred
I did. I
within
did
my
get
company.
them. I appreciate that.
Thank you. But I got my Jackson and Packaging Company, a minority-owned business. I supply boxes to big corporations around the country.
Okay.
I got a new board game out, which is my Tecmo Bowl.
Okay.
One I helped create it. It's called Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. So it's a board game. Take you 5 minutes to learn how to play it. And it's a game where you collect cards. You have collectibles like the sports cards that you do, which is a good game. So I got things like that going. My CBD business called Promise Drops. My RX company, Mercatus RX, which is a discount prescription drugs that we're just starting. So I got my hands in a lot of pots. I got my sports complex, Bo Jackson Elite Sports. So I'm doing a few things. It's keeping me busy. That's why I don't have time to watch football. Because I'm busy as hell, dude.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Well, if there's anything, I can't speak for Beast, but if there's anything we could do, man, don't hesitate to reach out, bro.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting me come on.
No,
But
thanks
B,
for coming on.
Listen here, man. You tell your mama.
Man, leave my mama alone, man.
You tell your mama. I'm going to see her at a Raiders game real soon.
Yeah, because she
And
had
we
all
gonna
of them,
hang out
too.
and talk about your ass.
All right, man. I'm gonna make sure of it. But thank you, man, and thank you for showing my mom love, and because man, that go a long way, man. So I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate it, and I know it was in '92, but sorry for the loss, and I just don't know where my mind would go if I was to, had lost my mom, because like you said, your best friend. But that's my heart, man. I got
there you
so
go,
much
bro.
love and respect. But just to hear that from you, though, man, it just made me feel a little better knowing that, like you said, all the athletic, like you can miss me with that, but just knowing, you take pride in being a great person, like that's huge for me. So thank you, big dog. I appreciate it.
Thank you, but my motto is treat people like you want to be treated.
It's simple. It's
Simple
simple.
as that. Treat people like you want to be treated. The rest is easy. Now, I'm going to get up and go play with my grandson.
There you go, Bo. Good
Been
to
a
see you,
pleasure, big dog.
Man, I know I'm gonna get got. But I'm gonna get mine more than I get got, though.
2-4 for the one time. I'ma get got, but I bet I get mine. 2-4 to 2-6. And if I get got, then you know what I'ma get.